The prism before the flame. Neptune's return to home. Home in Pisces. We have reached a threshold moment. Neptune, the boundless, the dream, the delusions, the holy ocean itself is leaving Aries and stepping back to his home waters of Pisces. He's here to finish the story that he began with you in 2011. Cody wants to say hi. Now, Neptune moves very slow. Galactic generational planet as well. So he's been hovering at that 0 degrees Aries. Very edge of the zodiac. The ember before the ignition. Inhale before creation. And saying, let there be light. But for right now, he's got to turn back. He's got to purify. He's got to cleanse. He has to review. And Neptune doesn't move quickly. He moves like a fog through memory. Before he births the next world through fire, he's got to dissolve the residue of the last one. The return to the realm. Pisces is Neptune's realm. It's home base. It's the water table beneath everything. When he's there, he is definitely not bound by anything, especially not logic. He's the pulse of the collective unconscious. Dreams we all swim in, willingly or not. In Neptune retrogrades or when he returns home, it's like the tide pulling us inward. Says before you act, remember what you're made of. Remember what you believe in. Before you build, you have to dissolve. Of course, what degree does he return to? The 29th degree. The big, old, fat, important one. The prism. Sabian symbol for this degree is a prism. We know this because we talked about it a lot when Saturn was there. It's the final degree of the zodiac. The point where all light passes through spirit and spits out into color. Spits? How about splits? Where illusion and revelation meet. Good Lord. Mercury's shadow come in hot, blah, blah, blah. This degree says you can now see the divine through the distortion. You're becoming what you idealized. A prism refracts light, shows how the pure invisible source becomes many visible truths. And that's the work of this moment. To take the blinding spiritual idea and see it refracted through reality, through politics, body, nation, relationship, grief. When Neptune first entered Pisces in 2011, the world shifted and kind of to like a digital dream time. Instagram filters, fake news, spiritual branding, reality shows about people who can't stop popping out kids in the name of the Lord, mass escapism, all the drug stuff that is going on, OxyContin, fentanyl, opioid epidemic, the ocean of everything, but also nothing, all at once. Neptune says, hey, you want unity consciousness? Okay, drown. Now he returns to the end, the prism degree, where illusion is exposed by its own light. This is the final clearing before a big global rebirth. Remember, Saturn was just there, and he's going to go back, except next time he'll be going forward. The teacher, the judge, the one who says that's enough. Saturn and Pisces built boundaries in the ocean, showed us the limits of empathy, cost of compassion, fatigue. Now Neptune follows behind, washing away what still needs to be dissolved. Dissolved, but not forgotten, okay? There's a big difference between what we need to do and what the administration is doing. The fire to come. It's going to be a big deal because when Neptune goes back to that 0 point in Aries, he's not going to be alone. Saturn is going to be there. Saturn, the boundaries, Neptune, the boundless. We're going to meet at that 0 degrees Aries point, the beginning of the zodiac, the beginning of beginnings. Saturn, boundaries, structure, responsibility. Neptune, transcendence, imagination, illusion, escapism. Together at the world's sunrise maximum degree, they're going to pretty much write the script for the next 36 years. They'll ask, can faith have form? Can empathy hold a sword? Can humanity dream and build at the same time? It's the meeting of matter and myth. The moment the dream becomes architecture or the illusion becomes empire. It depends on what we choose. The American mirror. I have been saying this year that Neptune is America's planet, I feel like. Because what are we if we haven't just been a collective delusion of freedom? Boundless borders, endless dreams, constant chase for the American dream or the idea of who we are. Neptune is asking, what happens when the idea becomes too idolized? When hope turns into hallucination? US's Neptune is in Virgo. Opposition. As this transit nears its completion, we're facing our Neptune opposition. First one, 165 years. This is a reckoning for the whole nation. Truth versus myth. Compassion versus complicity, reality versus branding, and right on schedule as elections approach and the power scrambles. The fog lifts, the mirror cracks, the prism refacts. In a way, it's supposed to be an ending, but I'm seeing it more as like clarification. Neptune is saying, hey, before I start this fire, we got to clean up this altar a little bit. We have to structure it, focus it. Like, what do we believe in? Wash your eyes, rinse your faith, know what you worship. That's going to be huge. A lot of us have been worshiping a lie. That is very obvious now. We are not the land of the free. You got to be rich and white. Because when Neptune and Saturn meet in Aries, what you believe will become what you build. If your dream is polluted, you will rebuild the same empire you swore that you were going to dismantle. So now is the purification, the washing of the soul before the fire comes. Last inhale before the rebirth. Prism shows us that the divine isn't just out there somewhere. It's refracted through us, through our color, through our chaos, through our courage. The last time Neptune was at this degree was like the beginning of 2025 and the end of 2024. Oh my gosh, what was happening then? We're going to have to revisit it. And we're going to have to revisit it without the rose-colored glasses.